My name is Will Fitzner. 3 years ago, at 16 years of age, I dropped out of high school with no money to my name, no opportunity, working a dead-end job as a dishwasher at one of the grungiest restaurants in the city of Calgary. 3 years have gone by, I'm 19 years old, I'm running a successful company, and I want to share with you how I achieved success. Now you're probably wondering, why am I in a graveyard? Well, to tell you the truth, it's actually a part of my story. See, I was working as a dishwasher on my way to work. On the road, I was already addicted to drugs and alcohol by that point, so I was in a pretty depressed state. I was struggling with suicide, depression, all of the above, anxiety, anything you can imagine. Well, I ended up here in the graveyard, and the way it worked out, I ended up getting out of my car, going for a little walk, walking among the gravestones. What I saw was the names of so many people who had come before me, who'd lived their lives and passed on, and I realized I didn't know anything about any of them. None of them had a story to tell. I didn't know what their name was. It was just a gravestone. And then I looked at myself and I realized if I kept living the way I was, it wasn't going to take too long for me to end up in the same place. And in that moment, I made a decision, a commitment, a promise to myself to do something greater, to live a life worth being remembered and a life that I truly, truly felt passionate about. Now at that time, I didn't know anything. I had no business background. I didn't understand finance. I didn't even understand money. I didn't know how to grow a company, how to chase success. I knew nothing. I barely even understood my high school education, which is the reason I dropped out. I didn't do well in exams. But that commitment was the first step towards something powerful, something that changed my life and can change anyone's life, no matter their situation or their circumstance. Because success and the way it functions is consistent. There's patterns and there's algorithms and there's formulas that are consistent no matter who you are, no matter your lifestyle. And if you just take the steps, you begin following a pattern, living your life a certain way, you'll start seeing success coming from every direction. Behind me is the city of Calgary. Now I remember a couple of years ago when I was taking any drug I could find, I was broke, I was working that horrible job. I would come and I would see the view of the city and I hated it. I was miserable. I would find everything out there that was bad, that was wrong. I saw people as hateful, as angry. I didn't even want to be around them. Now, years have gone by, I've shifted my perception. I come up here and I take in the view and I'm astonished. I see opportunity, I see potential, I see people I could network with, I see companies I could start, I see money flowing, I see opportunity rising, and I see happiness and joy everywhere. And for me, that was step one. The most important thing in changing your life, in chasing success, pursuing your dreams, is to change the way you see reality, shifting your perception and rewiring your brain and the way you think. Step two is to position yourself in an area where you have genuine opportunity. Now the problem with most careers is they pay out hourly, which means you're stuck to a certain schedule and a certain wage. There's no potential for growth or opportunity. When I was working at the Earls back here as a dishwasher, I quickly moved my way up from a dishwasher to even being one of the assistant sous chefs. But with that said, I was still making an hourly wage. The most important step I took was leaving this environment and going to a career where it was an open-ended opportunity, where I earned on a day-to-day basis instead of an hourly basis. At that moment, I made a conscious change. I quit my job at the restaurant and I started pursuing opportunity. Now I remember spending a night downtown after I'd gotten off work. I was going through drug withdrawals and I ended up in a corner like this. I was sitting there, I was cold, I was shaking, I was delirious. I didn't even know what was going on. And in that moment, I had a realization. I've studied successful people for the past few years. I've realized that in all of their stories, there was something that stood out, a moment that changed them, that shifted them. For me, it was in that corner, shaking, terrified, not sure if I was going to even survive the night, that made me pursue success. At that point in my career, I was able to get a position that was open-ended. I was selling a tangible product, and the only limit on my success was the amount of effort I was willing to put in. But there comes a point in everyone's career, in everyone's journey, where you cannot walk on the pre-built path. You've got to look out into the unknown and be willing to step into the dark, to take a leap of faith, and to truly chase your dreams. There are moments in time where the road to success is going to seem impassable. It is bumpy, it is rugged. There are times when you are going to think everything is stacked against you, that there is no possible way you can go forward. But one foot after the other, one step after the next, I guarantee you, you can make it. Because if I can do it, anyone can do it. And if you take the commitment to hold yourself responsible, hold yourself accountable, and follow your dreams, I guarantee you, the possibilities are endless.